Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump versus a European good cop, bad cop routine. This week, Trump is dealing with a European diplomatic push, and it's unique in two ways. One is that the apparent strategy isn't typically one used against allies. The other is that it normally isn't so obvious. But the Trump administration isn't really known for its subtlety, so their European counterparts might just be shrugging their shoulders and saying when in Rome, or DC in this case. So first up was President Macron of France. He visited Trump first, and he was the bad cop, going so far as to directly contradict Trump in front of the press when it came to Trump's claims about European support for Ukraine. In the past, Macron has encouraged Trump to be stronger internationally and warned that Trump's positions could be read as, quote, weak in the face of President Putin. The French president is telling Trump to not surrender so quickly. Given that a lot of Americans believe an unwarranted stereotype about French military capabilities and posture, that's going to sting. And for those who believe that stereotype, just remember that France has a warning shot doctrine with nuclear weapons. Google it. UK Prime Minister Starmer is supposed to come in by Thursday. He's likely to be much nicer and placate Trump. He seems to be the more cautious of the two generally, but is likely to use that to his advantage as he tries to get Trump to understand that European security and U.S. security are tied. Starmer seems committed to backing Ukraine, recently stressing, quote, the UK's ironclad support for Ukraine and commitment to securing a just and enduring peace. He's publicly indicated that bringing up the importance of Ukraine's security is on the agenda for his time with Trump. The reality is that it's probably the most important piece of the discussion. This push comes as Trump seems to be pulling away from NATO and Europe in a way that is likely to benefit Putin's designs on Ukraine and elsewhere. Another factor in U.S.-European relations was the election in Germany. Trump celebrated the outcome on social media, posting, quote, looks like the Conservative Party in Germany has won the very big and highly anticipated election. Much like the USA, the people of Germany got tired of the no common sense agenda. All caps. There might be a little confusion on Trump's part as to which party MAGA was backing and which party came out on top. Friedrich Merz, who is being called the Chancellor-in-Waiting after the election results, said, quote, I never thought I would have to say something like this on a television program. But after Donald Trump's statements last week at the latest, it is clear that the Americans, at least this part of the Americans, this administration, are largely indifferent to the fate of Europe. He went on to suggest that Europe might need to cut the U.S. out of its alliances and defense posture. He even suggested replacing the U.S. nuclear umbrella with an exclusively European one. While many in the U.S. who don't have a clear picture of foreign policy might be bothered by the approaches of France and the U.K., it's really important to understand that this is an attempt to let the U.S. retain its influence and power. If NATO dissolves and Europe goes its own way, the U.S. will be immeasurably weaker. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.